Hello everybody and welcome to the BlackOut pre-show. It is time now for our predictions for the match card here tonight. I'm joined by Baker Ball here.
What's up, everybody?
And I think we're just going to dive right in here, starting off with the first match of the night. We'll be starting us off here later on in the pre-show. Will be the Extreme Championship, defended by Cruz Gonzalez, who is currently holding the title. He won it on Battle, of course. And he's going to be defending it tonight in a tables match. You have any thoughts there, Baker?
Well, yeah, a lot of people are questioning of what happened. They probably be thinking, wait, when did Edwin Baldwin win the title? Well, there was a house show that appeared, and that's how Edwin won the title. Then Cruz Gonzalez went to Edwin Baldwin, and now is the champion, so does it catch up on that? With this one, not knowing who's going after it, it could be anybody, but I'm thinking that the champion will retain since you don't know who will be facing Cruz Gonzalez.
Yeah, that's a good point there, really. I think I'm just going to have to agree with you saying, I mean, since we don't know who it's going to be, the only bet you can have is on the champion, so I think we're both going for Cruz Gonzalez there. But then our kickoff match, the first match we have for the main show later on tonight, was the Fight Tag Team Championships. Of course, the champions Game Over, Brandon Styles and Ryan Red, will be defending the titles against the Psycho Circus.
To be honest, I'm about to say my world famous, I hate clowns. So I'm going for Game Over. I don't like clowns. They creep me out. Especially Dottie. She scares me the most.
Your clown hatred is very high there. This match, I honestly don't know who's going to win going into this. Both these two teams have had some strong victories here in the past few weeks. But considering Game Over has held the titles for so long, I think you can only go into this match thinking they're going to win. So I think I'm going to go with Game Over as well. But speaking of your hatred of clowns, Dottie is going to be defending her Fight Women's Championship against Eve Rose as our second match of the main card tonight. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I do hate clowns, but Eve Rose, I'm not sure she's going to beat Dottie. I mean, you've seen the tear Dottie has been in, like, holy macaroni. I've never seen a woman freaking be that scary than my 5th grade science teacher. So yeah, I'm just going for Dottie with this one.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen these two face off a few weeks ago on Fight, and it was Dottie that won that match. As well as last week, they fought, and Dottie did win as well. So if Eve Rose does happen to pull it off, that'd be a huge feat for her, considering she has now lost twice to Dottie. But going into this match, considering what we've seen in the recent past, I'm going to say Dottie as well. But then we have the Evolve Triple Crown Champion, Dark Lucha, is going to be going up against the Intercontinental Champion, Jackson Hawk, for the Intercontinental Championship. He could be the first ever dual champion in XWF history.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go for Jackson Hawk. I mean, Dark Lucha, like, I've never heard of that guy before. I'm going to be honest. He's like an Evolve superstar. I don't really watch Evolve. I'm just going to be honest here. I watched some little clips of it. No offense to Evolve superstars. Don't go after me, but I just don't really like watch Evolve. So I don't know who Dark Lucha is, whatever his name is. I think Jackson Hawk, he's probably the favorite. And here in Battle, here in the XWF, underdog stories don't really happen unless you're Chris Edwards. Then, well, shoot.
Well, yeah, going into this match, I honestly don't know who's going to win. I mean, we've seen Dark Lucha win. Obviously, he's won the Triple Crown Championship. He won that tournament. But Jackson Hawk's another one of those great competitors that every time he steps up into that ring, he brings his A game. So I think I'm going to have to agree with you and say Jackson Hawk will probably pull it out here tonight and retain his title. But if Dark Lucha does end up winning, he will be the first ever dual champion in XWF history. But then up next we have the Battle Women's Championship. Izzy G defending the championship against Mama Candy. Of course, we've seen these two. They've fought here and there. No actual scheduled matches between these two women, but they have had their fair share of punches thrown.
Oh, well, we've seen Mama Candy pull up the upset against Izzy before, I believe. Or was it some else? I'm not sure, but Mama Candy has shown that she knows how to fight. She's not just some manager that doesn't know how to fight and gets scared, kind of like Paul Heyman. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Paul. But Mama Candy, for being a manager, she knows how to fight, so I'm going to say Mama Candy might pull up the upset and win the championship.
So you're going for the underdog here. I would love to say that as well, but I honestly can't see myself saying that because Izzy G is just a powerhouse, and she, just like Jackson Hawk, brings her A game every time she's in that ring, and it's rare for her to lose. So I'm going to have to say Izzy G going into this. But then we have the Battle Tag Team Championships. Of course, the champions, the Valuables, Silver Star and Diamond Rush, will be defending in a rematch of sorts from Extreme Mania. They're going to be going up against Chaos, but instead of Killer Kyle and Rhett, it's going to be Rhett and White.
I still feel like Chaos is still going to win, even though with different tag team partner. You've seen how much Chaos coaches a lot of Chaos. I mean, it's kind of insane of how good they are. But, I feel like Chaos is the favorite here, and sometimes it's going to go for the favorite, so I'm going for Chaos.
I mean, yeah, Chaos, they're very dominant competitors, but, I mean, we saw the Valuables beat them at Extreme Mania, at the biggest stage in XWF history, and I think that might have thrown Chaos's mojo off.
Well, I feel like the referee was kind of suspicious there. You seen that tag team match with Psycho Circus? That was totally a 10 count, but the referee recounted and called Psycho Circus the match. You can't tell me that. Where's that referee? Haven't seen him in a while. I wonder if he's fired after that disgrace of a call. How you go from 9 back to 1 when nobody even broke the count?
I mean, I figured you'd be happy about that considering you hate clowns so much. But yeah, actually, I believe they did fire that referee.
If I see someone get screwed, I don't like it. No matter if I hate the superstar or like the superstar, if I see someone get screwed over, then that's just not fair.
Yeah, I guess you're right there, but I am going to have to say the Valuables will win tonight just because of what we saw at Extreme Mania. But then we have one of the biggest rivalries that we've seen in a while here. Jay Strickland and Brandon Johnson. These two have been at each other's throats ever since Jay Strickland returned at Extreme Mania and attacked Brandon. And because of what we've seen recently, these two have fought everywhere, from the entrance stage to the middle of the ring, from anywhere. So Mark Wildhawk made this match a Falls Count Anywhere match. This match could end anywhere in the arena.
Yeah, biggest rivalry, that's up to debate. But, Jay Strickland, he is showing anger and saying, hey, you might be the new one around here, but listen, I've been in this for almost half of the beginning of the draft. And he's like, hey, I'm going to show you what it's like when you have a championship. That championship is like a target on your back, and I'm the dog looking for a bullseye. So I feel like Jay Strickland's going to use that anger. And possibly also angry at the Golden Reaper, kind of just pointing a finger at Jay Strickland for no reason at all. I mean, aren't those two friends? Why is he just assuming everybody? But I'm going to say Jay Strickland is going to win this and show why he's probably one of the most scariest superstars I've ever seen. Then, well, my 5th grade science teacher.
Yeah, I mean, back to Golden Reaper thing, I'm sure he has a few screws loose, but that's beside the point here. Yeah, Brandon Johnson definitely has the size advantage here, but Jay Strickland is one of the most dominant competitors we've seen in the XWF. I was shocked when he lost the United States title to Blackjack, and then Blackjack ended up losing it to Brandon, and now here we are, former champion and current champion going head-to-head. for that title. Going into this match, I could not tell you who's going to win, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say Jay Strickland's going to do it. I think I'm going to agree with you there. But then we have the second to last match of the night, the World Championship on the line. This is another opportunity for someone to become the first ever dual champion in XWF history, as Jaden Jordan will be challenging for the World Championship as he holds the Evolve Championship. Of course, he's going up against Chris Edwards, who is the champion, retained his title at Extreme Mania. He's held it since the Royal Rumble.
You see, me and Chris Edwards, he kind of made me a little bit upset when I was walking back to getting ready to do this commentary thing, and then he comes around and wants to laugh at me, saying that I'm gonna choke up and mess up this pre-show. Do you know what, Chris Edwards? You wanna do that? I hope you lose your title, and I hope Jaden Jordan beats you. But also a question: if Jaden Jordan wins the title, does that mean he has to relinquish the Evolve Championship?
No, I don't think that. I don't think that at all. Because I mean, like I said, he could become the first ever dual champion. I mean, the contract he was given when he was added to the main roster, same goes for Dark Lucha, is that they fight on the main roster until Evolve Invasion. So they will both be active on Evolve Invasion Chicago, defending their titles. And probably not the best thing for them because they don't get to see exactly what's happening, like in person at least. But they can watch the tapes. But for this match, honestly, this is one of those matches that two great competitors going head-to-head, it's going to be hard to call. But considering what we've seen Chris Edwards do recently, I can't see him not retaining his title. So I'm going to go ahead and say Chris Edwards.
Well, Mr. Chris Edwards, I was going to root for you, but since you said I was going to choke it up, I don't like you anymore. I hope you lose your title, jerk.
Shots fired. But anyway, now is our main event. We have the Universal Championship. Of course, Christy is the champion. And he's going to be defending it against one of his friends, I guess you could say, mentors maybe, Austin and Sanity. These two, of course, they've hung out together a little bit. Austin and Sanity, of course, accompanied Christy to Extreme Mania, which shows that these two have some sort of mental respect for each other. Sorry, I could not think of the word there. But yeah, this match is going to be a good one, and it is our main event tonight. What do you think of this?
The teacher versus the student, as we like to say in the business. I think that the student wins this. The student teaches a teacher a lesson. I think Christian and I were a little bit of a good pal. We like to hang out a lot for a little bit. I've hanged out with Austin Sandy before. Cool guy. But I think I have to go with Christian. I mean, he's a young man. Austin Sandy, he's a veteran. But, you know, sometimes the younger man is more athletic and more powerful than the veteran. So I'm thinking the student teaches a teacher a lesson, and that is Christian is fight. He's the top in the face of fight right now. He's the champion. He's going to prove that to his own mentor that he is still the man and will be the man at the end of Lights Out.
So you think that Christy is going to defeat Austin Sanity, possibly a passing of the torch here tonight? Of course, for quite some time, Austin Sanity was the front runner for the Fight brand. He had the Universal Championship. Actually, during the draft, he was the first draft pick for Fight, so that really means something there. Man, I cannot. All these matches are so close to call here. Man, I cannot tell you. I'm gonna roll the dice here and say Austin Insanity is gonna win the title back that he has unfortunately lost. But yeah, he will be main eventing with Christy here tonight. But those are all the matches we have for tonight. So I think.
Let's just be thankful that we're not seeing a rematch between Gordon Reaper and Lucha. I don't think I ever want to see something like that ever again. I mean, what is wrong with this guy? He literally avoids all the security, not even scheduled a fight, goes in there, demands a match against Me 6, and then this guy who I suppose was Me 6 comes out and beats him. And now this guy has been crying and complaining, suspects this, suspects that. Like, bro, you lost to a guy wearing a mask who's supposed to be a Discord bot. What are you doing with your career? You're literally doing career suicide at this point. Are you trying to be the laughing stock of the XWF? Let's just be, thank God there isn't a match between those two. I don't ever want to see those two in a ring together. I don't want to see Golden Reaper in my screen again, because I feel like he's going to do something stupid and embarrass himself once again.
I could not.
If you're listening to this,
I could not have said that better. Oh my
Get
goodness.
some help.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
Yeah. Thank goodness neither Golden Reaper or Me 6 or whoever that is will be here tonight. Yeah. Luckily. But yeah, that's gonna be all for our predictions, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank you again for joining me, Baker. And we are gonna now take you down to ringside with our commentators, and they will talk you through our first match, which will be the Extreme Championship, being defended by Cruz Gonzalez. So again, thank you for joining me, and now down to ringside.
Adios.
And welcome to the first match of BlackOut, ladies and gentlemen. We are here on the pre-show. This is the first match, the Extreme Championship on the line. Of course, the champion, Cruz Gonzalez. This is a tables match, by the way.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty exciting one here to start us off on the pre-show. We got, I believe, Cruz Gonzalez and the Golden Reaper.
Looks like Golden Reaper stepping up to the plate here tonight to challenge for the title.
Yeah, he's had a lot of problems as of late with Me 6, but he's finally going for a championship here. Hopefully his luck will finally start looking up.
Yeah, he's had some weird interactions with some weird people.
Yeah.
We'll say that, but he's going to challenge Cruz Gonzalez for the Extreme title here tonight. So this is what we're going to start our show off with tonight.
I mean, obviously, like, here in a big stage like this, especially the XWF BlackOut, even if it's a pre-show, this is where you got to make a big name for yourself, especially when you're competing for a title. For Cruz, he's got to show that he's a fighting champion, that he can defend the title. Reaper, he's got to prove that he's worthy of his championship material, basically.
Yeah, that is true. Reaper, one of those stars we haven't seen hold the championship yet, so if he could pull it off here tonight, that'd be big for him in his career.
Yeah, here comes the champion himself, Cruz Gonzalez. For a recent call-up from Evolve, already making a big name for himself on the main roster, winning the Extreme Championship.
Cruz Gonzalez has a bit of a weird story, because he started off on the fight roster, and then he ended up losing a match and getting sent to Evolve because he had to leave the fight roster after losing that match. And he had been on Evolve for a few months, and he won his call-up match, and here he is.
So he pretty much holding his championship reign here is pretty much going to prove that not only is he a fighting champion, not only is he a great champion, but he also belongs on the main roster, trying to erase the wrongs that were his during his first stint.
That is true. He's basically gone full circle here, starting at the top, going down to the bottom, and coming right back up. But if he can solidify his victory here tonight against Golden Reaper, that'll definitely show that.
As Cruz Gonzalez takes momentum on the first matchup. He's honest right here.
Ooh, nice headbutt there from Golden Reaper, and the clothesline takes him down.
As I spoke to soon.
Quick thinking from Cruz, rolling out of the ring. As we kind of slow down the pace of this match. Of course, Cruz Gonzalez, known for his trademark cruise control, where he controls the pace of the match.
Looks like he's trying to get it in early, real quick. Golden Reaper seems to throw a lot at the champ. So far, having no effect on him.
Ooh, drop kick out of nowhere there.
That champ, Cruz is really quick with it, but Golden Reaper's still holding his own as he gives him a neck breaker. That is devastating.
Yeah, I mean, both these men, Golden Reaper might be a little crazy, but he's not a bad competitor in any way.
Cruz, for a second there, he probably forgot that this is a tables match. Pinfalls don't count.
It did look like he was trying to go for a pinfall there, but yeah, this is a tables match. The only way to win is to put your opponent through a table. Of course, you see there are tables outside the ring.
They're looking to inflict some pain on each other first before going for a table here. As Reaper, he's finally taking control of this match.
Ooh, clothesline there in the corner sends Cruz Gonzalez down onto the mat.
Reaper, he's got a lot of. I could just see the aggression coming off of Reaper. All the mishaps he's had throughout his time here so far, looking to erase all of that with the win here.
Yeah, Reaper's another one of those ones with a weird history here. He's gone everywhere from attacking people before a main event match to being attacked by a robot. So you can't really say much about this guy that he hasn't done.
Except win the championship.
That is true. That is true. But that's what he's looking to do here tonight. So, and he's grabbing that table. It seems he's heading over towards it at least. Oh, he changed his mind.
He saw Cruz getting up.
Probably was.
Maybe.
That very well could have injured Golden Reaper's arm. Wow.
Apparently not, as he gives him an elbow with that same arm.
He's got him in the fireman's carry. Cruz Gonzalez at the elbows. Oh no. Bad position here for Golden Reaper. Hurricane Rana. And now Gonzalez outside the ring.
He's going to cruise control right here.
And he's got that table. He's looking to end this match here real soon. The table is officially in play here. Oh, nice elbow there from Golden Reaper.
Now Reaper's got the table. Something devious is going on in Reaper's head right here.
He's got it propped up against the corner. Now thrown into the table. It's not enough to break it yet. Drop kick still doesn't break.
That was very close to being over.
Golden Reaper's doing everything he can to try and get Cruz Gonzalez towards that table and eventually through it.
Yeah, once again, this is Cruz Gonzalez we're talking about here. Any moment, he could just simply change the pace of this matchup, going to cruise control like he is now.
Now Reaper thrown into the table. Oh, quick thinking there. Reaper gut kick and still not enough to break the table. And that chop.
Deadly chop to the chest of Cruz Gonzalez.
He felt that one for sure.
I'm pretty sure I felt that one.
Headbutt there from Cruz Gonzalez. Trying to turn things back around for himself. He throws Reaper into the table.
What's he got going on here?
And a chop of his own.
Gives him one for his troubles.
Give him a taste of his own medicine there. Oh, went for the drop kick, but Reaper dodged it. Gets the Hurricane Rana though.
That was very quick, and Reaper making a smart play here, rolling out of the ring as he almost went through that table.
Cruz Gonzalez trying to figure out what he wants to do next here. Oh, gets caught in the fireman's carry position. Golden Reaper with a Samoan driver.
Gets him up. No. Cruise control isn't now in effect. And I spoke too soon.
Just as you say that, Golden Reaper tries to take back control of this match. Look at Reaper here. Oh my God. Golden Reaper's doing everything he can to try and put away a competitor of the caliber of Cruz Gonzalez.
You gotta think that's twice now. He's gotten a neck breaker at the hardest part of the ring here. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, Golden Reaper quick thinking that very easily could have been the end of the match if he wouldn't have done that. Looked like he was going to try and slam him through that table, possibly trying to break the table once and for all.
Lifts him to the ring.
Nice arm drag. And Golden Reaper setting up something big here, it seems.
He's looking ready to end it.
He's got him up. And another Samoan driver from Golden Reaper. He has taken 2 now.
Yeah, that's fine and all, but you gotta put it to the table.
He might just do it right here. Oh, but Gonzalez, quick thinking. Throws him into the table, still doesn't break. This table must be made of steel or something.
He's going for that suplex.
Oh, and there it goes. And still.
Gonzalez retains the championship.
Wow. What a match to start off our night, ladies and gentlemen.
It was quick, but it also was back and forth. Many times Reaper had control, many times Reaper almost had the match won. But you can say the same for Cruz Gonzalez, as he eventually did win it with that T-bone suplex on the second try.
Very well done by Cruz Gonzalez. Great performance from both these competitors, honestly. But again, in the end, it was Cruz Gonzalez that gets the victory and retaining the Extreme Championship. And there you see he is celebrating with it. But that is our one and only match on the pre-show. But we will see you guys here in just a few minutes as the main Blackout show goes live on Premiere. So make sure you guys tune back in later in just a few minutes.
And see you all there.